So, I don't know how I'm going to piece this little bit together, but I guess the predominant topic has to do with control. So, I think INFJs, with our perfectionist tendencies and our high expectations, have a tendency to be control freaks. I know when I was younger, I would, because I could see things clearly, it's weird. Okay, so I don't even know if I should keep recording. I guess I will. Let's do it. Okay, so when I was younger, I definitely had really, really high expectations and perfectionistic tendencies. And I was my own worst critic. Like, I was constantly criticizing myself and my work and my progress or my mistakes. And I guess this kind of overflowed out into the external environment, whether it be like people I interacted with or, just places that I would frequent and how things should be done and, just control. I just wanted to control, like, it should be done this way, it should be done this way. And I think, like, because we are our own worst critics and we have all these high expectations and perfectionistic tendencies, and because we isolate ourselves so much and we're constantly mulling things over and redefining and reconstructing and, constantly like self-enhancing ourselves, constantly focusing on self-enhancement, um, we automatically think that this should apply to the external world, right? Now, and if you think about it, like, it's already hard to change yourself, so you can imagine how difficult it would be to try to change other people outside of you. And on top of that, like, even though we may have insights into how things should be done and how things can be improved, everybody is on their own path and their own journey towards self-realization. And when we take it upon ourselves to, how do I say, interfere with their journey, I think, like, that's what creates a lot of friction and conflict, because nobody wants to be told what to do, you know? Nobody wants to, like, nobody wants to be told what to do or how to be. It's been imposed upon us by everything and everyone else, right? So if an INFJ is coming up to you, what's the difference, right? It's just another person not accepting who you are, and how you want to be and how you want to see and how you want to just do stuff, And yeah, we have these glorious insights and revelations on how things can be improved, but, I think we try to force these insights upon people, and then, yeah, I mean, you get people who are highly defensive or, push you away or cut you out because you're revealing information to them prematurely, and you're probably doing more harm than good. And I know, like, the motivation behind the information that's being distributed is coming from a good place, but if you distribute information prematurely, it can be damaging. So, as I've gotten older, this is through trial and error. Because when I was younger, I was like, yeah, man, I want to help everyone. I want to improve this place. I want to help. I want to live a life that's worthwhile, knowing that I helped. Yeah, that wasn't too good. Um, Not everybody wants your advice. Not everybody wants to be helped. Not everybody wants you to interfere or impede upon their lifestyle. And even though you can see, like, ways that they can enhance things or refine themselves, they'll do it in their own time. no sooner, no later, when they're ready. And yeah, you can, I think, I think the only appropriate time to actually outlet advice to anyone is if they ask you for it. And I mean, like, genuinely ask you for it. Some people don't really want to hear, um, I don't know. They don't want resolutions to their problems, yeah? So you have to differentiate the two. There's people who just have built this huge drama around themselves and they want you to play in their game. And you have people who are like sincerely looking for a resolution. So I think that's an appropriate time to outlet your insights. Another thing I've gotten accustomed to doing is asking people, like, would you like my insight? And then I just kind of, if they want it, then cool. If not, cool. Just keep on keeping on. Yeah, like sometimes when people come to talk to me, you have like a couple of people. You have people, actually three types of people. So you have people who have created a really toxic atmosphere around themselves and they want you to play with them. Okay, I usually don't give these people too much of my time because I don't really like drama. And if you want to find people to play with you, I am not that person. I wish you the best, but I don't want to play. Okay, and then the second kind of people are the ones that just want someone to listen to them, someone who will give them space to just be themselves in that moment without being judged, without being crucified, without you imposing your advice on them. They just want to decompress. And INFJs are able to give people that space. I think it depends on the maturity of the INFJ. Because when I was younger, I would just, if somebody came to me with a problem, I was already problem solving ways for them to get out of their situation. And then I started realizing that that was more hurtful and they just needed someone to listen. And we're so understanding and accepting that we can create this safe haven for them to just decompress, So the third people are the true seekers, like they really have a problem and they really are kind of stuck and they really need someone who can give them some really valid and sound advice. And I think, they'll either outright ask you, like, what do you think I should do? Or what do you think? Or, you can kind of feel that they're searching for advice. And then that's when you ask, hey, are you willing to hear my insight? Or are you willing to, like, do you want advice? And, they can accept it or reject it. And either way, that's fine. I think, yeah. Nobody wants to be controlled, so even though we kind of know what is the next best step forward for people, because we've spent so much time, like, self-assessing and then assessing everything around us, not everybody wants your advice. And like I said, distributing the information prematurely can be an imposition, and that's when people get offensive or offended or defensive. And I've had, like, close people cut me out. And that's the lesson I had to learn, I had their best interest in mind, but I think they weren't ready for my advice, and that's okay. I think, like, everything happens in life, and it's not good or bad, right or wrong. It's just, you just garner experiences that will help you to learn a lesson. And the quicker you learn, yeah, I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. I just feel like if you learn the lesson in the moment that presents itself in the moment quickly, then you probably don't have to encounter the same like lesson from someone else, you know what I mean, over and over again until you get it. And if you need to encounter the lesson over and over and over from different people, then that's cool too. Anyhow, I'm rambling. I'm going to stop. Hopefully you garnered something from this, and if not, that's okay too, because I feel better letting it out. All right. Blessings to one and all. Amen.